February 2026. At Kennedy Space Center, a giant sleeps, the most powerful rocket ever constructed, awaiting its first human crew. For astronauts, poised to travel further from Earth than anyone in over 50 years. This is Artemis II, a critical 10-day test flight around the Moon. Its sole purpose, to prove the core systems are ready, to verify that the highway to deep space is finally open. Liftoff, the Space Launch System, unleashing millions of pounds of thrust. After 2 minutes, the boosters fall away. Minutes later, the core stage separates. Now in space, the protective cover is jettisoned, revealing the Orion spacecraft. Then, the critical maneuver, the translunar injection. One sustained engine burn commits Orion and its crew to the Moon. Orion is NASA's next-generation capsule, powered by a European-built engine, a truly international vehicle. For 4 days, the crew voyages out, testing every system, pushing further than any human-rated spacecraft has ever gone. They witness a view not seen by humans since 1972, their home, as a full planet, hanging in the blackness. They loop around the Moon, a gravity-assisted maneuver that slingshots them back toward Earth. The return is a trial by fire. The heat shield withstands 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Parachutes deploy, leading to a gentle splashdown. Success, Artemis II, proves the rocket and capsule work. But Orion cannot land. To reach the surface, we need a new vehicle, the missing piece, a human-rated lunar lander. This is Starship, modified for the Moon. Its most unusual feature, a massive elevator, the gangplank, to the lunar surface. But here's the challenge, it's massive. To get it to the Moon fully fueled would require an impossibly large rocket. The solution, refuel, in orbit. This is a new philosophy. Not one perfect launch, but a series of reusable launches to create a fuel depot in space. A fuel depot Starship is launched to orbit. A tanker Starship launches, docks with the depot, and transfers its cryogenic fuel. The tanker undocks and returns to Earth for reuse. Repeat multiple times until the depot is full. The unfueled lunar lander launches, docks with the full depot, and fills its tanks. This is the hardest part, transferring supercold fuel in the vacuum of space, a feat never before accomplished at this scale. Dozens of launches, a symphony of rendezvous and docking, all to get one lander fully fueled and sent to lunar orbit, an incredible engineering feat. Now, the human element. Enter Artemis III. Another SLS launches, carrying the next Orion crew. Their target, the lunar South Pole. In lunar orbit, Orion performs a precise rendezvous, a small capsule docking with a skyscraper. 2 astronauts transfer to the lander. The descent is fully automated. The ship uses sensors to find the safest spot in the rugged terrain, a controlled fall of a 100-ton vehicle onto an airless world. Touchdown, the first human landing on the Moon in over half a century. The work begins immediately. They deploy a rover, hunt for water, ice to key to sustained presence, and conduct novel science. They inflate the first habitat module, the foundational piece of Artemis Base Camp. For nearly a week, they are the vanguard of a new lunar era. Mission complete. The lander returns them to Orion for the journey home. They leave infrastructure behind, proving this wasn't just a visit, it was the first day of construction. Artemis is more than a return, it's a blueprint. The Moon is our proving ground. The skills, technology, and resources we master, they're like turning ice into rocket fuel, create the stepping stone to Mars. This is the new chapter, a testament to global cooperation and human ingenuity. We go not because it is easy, but because it elevates us all. It builds a future, not just with what we bring, but with what we discover. The Moon is just the beginning. What comes next? How do we build a city on Mars? That's a dive for another day.